Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel, and thank you so much for stopping by. Of course, today what I have for you guys is a brand new GTA 5 Online video. It is a brand new GTA Online weekly event, and this will be your weekly update guide for this week in GTA because we have a lot of great opportunities. I think you're going to really enjoy this weekly update. One, because the money bonuses are so good, but we also have some fantastic removed vehicles that you guys can avail of this week. One of them you can see behind me right here. I will be showing you guys in this video how to unlock this vehicle, how much it costs, the performance of it, along with the rest of the removed and rare vehicles that have been featured back for a limited time this week. In addition to that, we'll go over the weekly challenge, how you can complete it, and showcase the cool unlock that you can actually get for completing the weekly challenge, go over the money bonuses, the other vehicle discounts, the property discounts, as well as some exclusive weapon opportunities you can take advantage of as well. So with that being said, thank you so much for stopping in, and let's jump into things. Let's start off with the weekly challenge for this week. As you can see right here, it says complete 3 bunker research missions to complete the weekly challenge. If you do this, you will get your $100,000 for the weekly challenge, but in addition to that, you will also unlock the War Stock t-shirt, which I will showcase to you guys after we complete our third one right here. I got a lot of comments in my Wednesday weekly event information and news preview, basically of players asking, how can I complete the weekly challenge? I have all of my bunker research completely done. It's all completed, etc. Same here. I haven't needed any sort of bunker research progress in years, but you can still do these missions. What you need to do is call Agent 14 on your cell phone. So if you don't have him as a contact, you definitely want to add him back as a contact in your preferences to your cell phone contacts. When you call him, you'll see it says request bunker research. Of course, we're not going to get any bunker research progress from this, but we could still do the mission, and we'll be getting double money and double RP for it anyway because it is on bonus. I'm going to talk about the bonuses after this segment of the video, but nonetheless, this is how you do it. So what we're going to do right now is start this mission and complete our final work. Now, the missions are very simple. What we need to do is deliver the research data to the bunker, and right now we need to drive all the way out to Paleto Cove. Unfortunately, out of the 2 I already did, I had like a truck stop mission right over here, and then I also had a mission, I forget where it was actually. It was on the southern half of the map. Unfortunately, now we're going all the way up north, but we're gonna go over here, kill a juggernaut. He's gonna be surrounded by a ton of police, and then what we're gonna do is loot his body and take that research back to my bunker, which is over in Chumash right here. So I will see you guys when we get over to the destination. So once you get close, you need to search the area and listen for the sounds of gunshots and police sirens to help locate the armored target. He's just over here down by the docks. Now you can play these as many times as you like. You can farm them, but they do have a 20-minute cooldown, just like sort of requesting the mixed goods for your nightclub from Johan that we had previously a couple weeks ago. Same sort of thing, 20-minute cooldown, but these do pay out pretty decent. I'm not sure actually what the double money and double RP is going to get you, but you could see there's like a ton of law enforcement. You could see the juggernaut guy over there. Since we're this far away, we honestly could just use a sniper rifle and take this guy out, and I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to shoot him over and over and over with my rifle. This thing is fully automatic. He's already dead. He does the most amount of damage on you anyway, and he also did a bunch of the work by clearing out all these police for us. What you're gonna do is at most you're gonna get like a 3-star wanted level from doing this, so just keep that in mind. Just take out all the enemies one by one. I'm gonna clear these guys out. I'm gonna collect the research data, and we're gonna head back to the bunker in record speed. But you can see this one, actually, I'm surprised there's not that many cops. When I had to go to the truck stop and clear out all those enemies, there must have been like 20 police around. It was actually, there was way too much law enforcement. That guy, oh, that looked like it had to hurt. I mean, he was already dead, but nonetheless, here we go. You need to approach the ballistics armor juggernaut right here. Take the research data, lose the cops, and I will see you guys back at the bunker. All right, so we lost the police. We're back at the bunker. All I need to do is just drive into the yellow Corona. I don't want to park my car in here. I don't even think it's possible anyway, but nonetheless, we're going to go right inside the bunker. This took us 5 minutes, and honestly, we got a really bad mission spawn needing to drive up to Paleto Cove. But with that being said, we delivered the research data. We completed our third of 3 weekly challenge bunker research missions that we need to do. I just got kicked out of my bunker, I think. I was trying to showcase to you guys the weekly challenge, but nonetheless, let's go to it right here. Complete 3 bunker research missions. That is complete. Now let's head back to my wardrobe so I can show you guys the War Stock t-shirt that you unlock for completing it this week. And there you go, you can see it just popped up here. Clothing unlock, Warstock Tee, weekly challenge complete 3 bunker research missions for that. So let's go change our clothes and let's showcase to you guys this t-shirt. And here it is right here, ladies and gentlemen. It is in the brands section if you look at special tops. So you need to go all the way to tops, then you go down to where it says special tops. Once you find special tops, click through, then go to brands, and this is where you can find the Warstock t-shirt. So I'm going to put that on right here. You can see it says Warstock Cash and Carry on the back. On the front, you get a cool Warstock logo. There's a bunch of different Warstock Cash and Carry t-shirts that just say Warstock Cash and Carry that you can see on the back, except it's on the front. There's one in green, there's one in black, there's one in white, there's one in like a cream banana yellow type deal. This is the one that you get for the weekly challenge this week. So this is the exclusive one that you can actually unlock. Now, this is probably a week in terms of money bonuses that players have been waiting on for a long time. This week in GTA Online, it is Bunker Week, and so of course we could take advantage of double money as well as double RP on all bunker cell missions. So you will be earning $2 million minimum from a full bunker cell. And if you, of course, head into a public lobby with 20 plus players, you will get that 1.5x high demand bonus to get an extra 50% on the total value of your sale. So you can make $3 million with a full bunker sale this week if you sell in a public lobby with 20 plus players. Now, not only do we have that, but we also have double speed on the bunker research. So if you go to the bunker research tab and you haven't fast tracked everything and you want to get all these unlocks, you know, just by assigning staff to the research, you could do that and you'll get them twice as fast as normal. Now, in addition to that, say if you don't want to assign staff here, you want to take advantage of actual like bunker production because you want to make money from the double money of the bunker sale missions this week. What you can also do is do bunker research missions for Agent 14, which is what we showcased in the weekly challenge segment. And you will be getting paid double money and double RP for that specific job itself. You don't make a ton of money, but you do make some money in RP, and that will be doubled. And not only that, the research progress that you normally get from doing those research missions for Agent 14 will also be doubled as well. You're getting double the progress. Now, say once again, if you have all the research completed, of course that's not going to apply to you. There's nothing more for you to research and progress through, but you are still getting the double money and double RP for doing those missions themselves for the weekly challenge, so you can get that t-shirt as well. If you have everything, don't feel like you can't complete the weekly challenge. You absolutely can. Now, this week you can also get double money and double RP on the Dax Fooligan jobs or work, where you call him through your cell phone and you can request work from him. These are on a 50-minute cooldown, I believe, or a 48-minute cooldown. They normally pay out $50,000. Double money and double RP, you're going to be making $100,000 per mission this week. So these are definitely farmable as well. And finally, in addition to all of that, we do have double money and double RP on the Deadline adversary mode this week. So go to adversary mode and check out Deadline 1 through 8. These are double money and double RP. So if you want to take advantage and buy that bunker for 30% off and start selling for $2,100,000 long distance in the game this week with the double money and double RP, make sure to farm the Deadline adversary mode. And of course, you'll make that money real fast to obtain your first real business here in GTA Online. Tomorrow, I will have a money guide on how to make the most amount of money possible with the bunker, the Fooligan jobs, as well as the bunker research missions, because they're surprisingly underrated and they are pretty fun in this game. So definitely keep an eye out tomorrow for my weekly GTA Online money guide. Well, we're here in my garage because we're going to be checking out all of the rare and removed vehicles that Rockstar has featured back into GTA Online for a limited time for this weekly update. So let's start off with one that we actually saw kind of recently as the claimable salvage yard vehicle. If you already claimed it, you're good to go, but we do have it again this week. It is the Vicer Neo, so I'll just quickly go over this real fast, you know, for anyone who kind of missed out on it a couple weeks ago. It's very similar in terms of its driving to the Grotti Italy GTO. You know, you get great acceleration. This car is all-wheel drive, so it's stable, but it's also super capable of very controlled drifts. The cornering abilities on it definitely lag behind other high-performance vehicles in the sports class. Like the Grotti Italy GTO, it's just got the same feel, not exactly identical performance, and you also unfortunately get some advanced handling flags with this vehicle that just basically add to the suspension springiness and give you a bouncier ride than the vehicle should be. But if you do want to get it, it is going to cost you $1,875,000, and you can get it as an LS Car Meet test drive vehicle this week. Next up, let's check out this car right here. This is the Invitero Coquette Black. black fin. So this is an awesome car. You also get great acceleration with this car. You get a solid top speed, handling that surpasses many other muscle cars in my opinion. It's not going to be the fastest Corvette in the game, but it does have a nice capability of navigating tight corners, and it is a strong choice for racetracks with more turns and curves. And also it's got an excellent engine sound as well as exhaust note, and it's just a very unique car. Of course, we have the newer Coquette, what is it, the D1, which is basically the same thing. It's based on a 1956 and 1957, as well as a 1961 and 1962 Chevrolet Corvette, but the black fin is just like the OG here. So it's really sweet in this game. It is going to cost you $695,000 if you do want to pick it up. Also, you can get this at the LS Car Meet as a test drive vehicle this week. Finally, your third LS Car Meet test drive vehicle is the Dubachi Rapid GT Cabrio. Now, this car delivers strong acceleration as well. The top speed is just average. You're gonna struggle with steering responsiveness, as well as you also get a really wide turning radius with this car. You know, the car handles well on long winding roads, but if you don't add armor upgrades, you have poor crash resilience, heavy steering. It's not really suitable for like tight corners or anything like that. You have to play to this car's strengths if you want to get the most out of it, but it is going to cost you $140,000 this week. Now we'll move over to the Premium Deluxe Motorsport vehicles. This is my favorite. This is the one you saw at the beginning of today's video, but of course, this is just how it comes from Simeon's Premium Deluxe Motorsport. A ridiculous flame livery. I don't like it. Obviously, customize it differently, but this is the Lampadati Taygon. This is an amazing supercar. You get awesome acceleration as well, a top speed of 125 miles an hour. The Taygon honestly competes really well within its class, but the handling can be a bit challenging at high speed, so keep that in mind. The design is inspired by the De Tomaso P72, and you also get ample customization options that make this a very stylish choice for players. You know, it's not a top pick for those who prioritize handling over speed in this game, but it is a fantastic car, and it's well worth the $1,411,650 it costs at Simeon's Premium Deluxe Motorsport this week. Now we'll move on over here to the Rapid GT Classic, also available at Simeon's here. This is modeled after the 1972 to 1989 Aston Martin V8 series. You get decent handling with this car. The sharp turning capabilities are also pretty nice, but you are going to struggle with oversteer at high speeds, I think. You get below average braking. You know, it's not really the most customizable, but you do get a nice classic design and a potential for a very eye-catching paint job if you customize it in that way, and so you can make this thing very visually appealing. I have one, and while there aren't crazy modifications you can do to it, you can make it a super stylish. I have like a dark navy blue, and then, you know, I plated the chrome accents on the car and things like that. It looks pretty good in my opinion. But next, also, this is going to cost you $904,380 at Simeon's. Then we'll move on over here. This is a really cool car. This is the Bravado Verliere, and it offers a combination of high top speed. You get responsive handling, so that's going to be suitable for sharp corners. You are going to experience speed loss on tight turns, and this vehicle is also prone to significant crash deformation, so definitely max out the armor. I would say this vehicle stands out because it has a unique engine sound, and also the design is inspired by that Wiseman GT MF5 as well as the TVR Sagaris. And so overall, this car is visually appealing, it's audibly appealing, and it's a cool collector's item that costs you $695,000 this week. Then we'll move on over to the Pegassi Vaca. This is another well-rounded vehicle. You get fast acceleration, very precise handling. It's ideal for maneuvering throughout traffic in the downtown city areas, tight corners, things like that. You do get a little bit of wheel spin from a dig, but you get nice durability. It's obviously comes in a nice stylish design. I think it's a very underrated choice for players out there who appreciate speed with a Lamborghini but want control as well. I think you get great value because it only costs $240,000. Like I said, pick it up from Simeon's. Then finally, we'll wrap up here with the Nagasaki Hot Rod Blazer. It has a $69,000 price tag, and honestly, this vehicle actually outshines the normal Blazer. You get faster acceleration and a higher top speed than the normal quad. You also get excellent off-road capability with this thing, which you wouldn't imagine so. It looks like a toy, but nonetheless, precise steering as well. But I would say the handling is very sensitive, and you also have lower stability because you have like a very high center of gravity. This little quad right here requires a lot of caution. Any sort of rough impact is gonna send you flying. You're gonna dismount really easily and go flying into the distance. But like I said, $69,000. Just treat this thing as like a little toy and pick it up this week. from Simeon's. Now moving into our property and vehicle discounts, let's talk about the major property discount for the week first. It's a great week for players who don't have this, or if they just want to change their location. For those types of players out there, we do have 30% off all bunkers in the game, as well as 30% off all bunker upgrades, as well as modifications. So choose whichever location you like. I'd recommend a good one. The best are going to be the farmhouse bunker. In addition to that, the Chumash bunker is really good. That's the one I have right now. I actually switched from the farmhouse. I did the Route 68 for a long time. That's not a good like bunker location objectively. I just wanted to change the pace, and I had it for here on PC for like years, but it's not that good of a location. I would either recommend the farmhouse or of course Chumash. Thompson's scrapyard isn't terrible because you are closer to the highway, but nonetheless, these are the two locations you want to look for. When it comes to all the renovations and everything, all that's going to be 30% off. So get your personnel quarters to spawn there, get your shooting range if you want, get your gun locker. You could choose your different types of transportation, things like that. Choose whether you want the black color scheme for your shooting range or go with the white color palette, and both of them look pretty cool in my opinion. Just depends on the vibe you want. But nonetheless, all of those things, if you want to change the locations of your bunker, definitely feel free to do so, but make sure you sell your stock first, because that is the only thing that won't carry over to your new location. So definitely keep that in mind. But now let's check out all of the other discounts on the vehicles for this week here. The Vapid Flash GT is going to be 30% off. You can get it for $1,172,500. The Nagasaki Shitaro is 30% off, and you can get this for $1,557,500. The Progen T20 is 30% off. You can get this for $1,540,000. Absolutely worth it. Moving over to Warstock, feel free to pick up the HVY Night Shark for $871,500. It is 30% off. It's absolutely worth it for solo money grinders in the game. Same thing with the Declassy Weaponized Tampa right here. 30% off. You can get it for $1,109,500. This is a top 5 vehicle in the game for missions and making money with missions. So this is definitely something that you want to invest in this week. And then we also have 30% off the Lampadati Tygon, which of course I showed you guys earlier on. That's why the price was so cheap. Normally it's like $2,300,000. Not only is it a removed vehicle featured back this week, but it is 30% off. So you absolutely need to pick it up. But of course I showcased to you guys that in the rare and removed vehicle section of this video. Here at the Diamond Casino and Resort, if you spin the lucky wheel, you have a chance of winning and unlocking the Declassy Draugr here as this week's podium vehicle. Honestly, crazy looking paint job and livery with the green and the blue. This looks like a paint job for like a roller coaster or something at Six Flags, but nonetheless, don't let the looks of this crazy paint job deceive you. This is, I would say, either the best or second best off-roading vehicle in the game. Whether it's this or the Camacho, maybe it's personal preference, but this thing is awesome. You can climb any sort of hill. You're not really prone to flipping over unless you're like going down a dirt hill and you try and turn away from the hill or turn into the hill, then you may tip over. But honestly, this thing is great for rock crawling. It's great for going through the river, out by sandy shores and in the mountains and things like that. It's great for going up hills, down hills, across vast sections of open fields, things like that. This is such a good off-roading vehicle. Of course, we're going to spin the lucky wheel and see if we can unlock it today. Don't forget to spin your lucky wheel daily. Also, don't forget to grab your visitor chips, which is also something we're going to be doing right after this. But as always, in my weekly update guides, as well as my reminder videos on Tuesdays, just rehashing everything and refreshing, I like to see if we can win it. We're not going to win today, but we are going to get 20,000 chips, which is very nice. And in addition to that, like I was talking about, don't forget to claim your visitor chips just by going over to the cashier and getting your visitor bonus. Now, this is the first time we've seen a bike here at the LS Car Meet as your prize ride for the week in a very, very long time. I'm not even sure the last weekly event we had a bike here as the prize ride, but nonetheless, if you do want to unlock this vehicle, it's called the Principe Electro. And in order to unlock it, you need to place top 2 in LS Car Meet Series races for 2 days in a row this week. As always, on Saturdays, I like to go over the 2 free vehicles, both the podium vehicle as well as the prize ride. So we will be reviewing the Declassy Draugr, doing some performance and customization tests with it. Same thing with this Principe Electro here, and I will tell you guys if it's worth obtaining or not. Most likely, probably not. The Batty 801, the Shitaro, the Nagasaki Shinobi, the Western Power Surge, the Hakuchu Drag, all those bikes are probably going to be better than this. Now, I feature the salvage yard vehicles on Wednesdays in my full information and event week preview, but of course, for the Thursday guide, I like to just talk about the major changes. So unless there's a claimable vehicle, I'm usually not talking about the salvage yard robberies, but I figured I'd do it this week since I got some confused comments last week wondering where this segment was. The Obey 10F top range vehicle this week, McTony robbery. Fathom FR36 is this week's mid-range vehicle featured in the Gangbanger robbery. robbery, and then the cargo ship robbery is where you could steal this Canis Seminole Frontier, and it is this week's standard range vehicle. Here's the location of the gun van this week with all of the exclusive weapon offerings. So if you do want to find the location, it's going to be over here in downtown Vinewood in this parking garage. You can see just to the north of the Hawick gun store. Let's check out what we have. We'll jump in here. You have the crowbar. They're also featuring the precision rifle, the sweeper shotgun, the pump shotgun, the vintage pistol, and the grenade launcher. Now, of course, none of these are really anything to really be super happy about, right? But let's talk about the 2 discounts. So the vintage pistol is actually going to be a discounted weapon here that GTA Plus members could take advantage of. It is going to be 30% off for those members. So if you are a paying member, don't forget about this discount. For everyone else in the game, if you don't already own it, we do have the grenade launcher, and this is going to be 30% off. This is super useful, just like the railgun, just like the RPG, just like the homing launcher. It's good for clearing out a ton of vehicles and enemies and things like that who are all posted up. It's actually going to be extremely useful in these bunker research missions that you need to do for the weekly challenge. Whether you actually need the research progress or not, just call Agent 14, do one of these missions. And with all those cop cars standing around that you need to take out all the police and take out the Juggernaut dude in the ballistics vest and ballistic armor, use the grenade launcher and you're going to be good to go. Well, with that all out of the way, we're going to wrap things up right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. This video has been all about the most major and biggest changes of the GTA Online weekly update that, of course, lasts from today, August the 29th, all the way until next week, which will be Wednesday, September 4th. So we're finally breaking into September here, and pretty soon GTA Online is going to be 11 years old, which is pretty crazy. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new and want to see more content like this. Also, check me out over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. I live stream GTA Online as well as Red Dead Online several times a week over on my Twitch channel if you are interested. So again, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys all have a fantastic day. Make sure to tune in tomorrow for my weekly update money guide so you guys can get the best tips on how to maximize your currency grinding and cash earning this week in GTA Online. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Adios, amigos.